Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Burning Down the Far Hill, the 2014 edition. Draft is starting, so it's that time where I come back and we get this thing started all over again, or not really started, but get it in the direction to get started, and we'll get this fantasy football season rocking. Well, as you may or may not have seen, my schooling is coming to an end, so the commissioner will be back in a full-time role this fall. I'm actually excited for this. I've been, kind of working on some changes and things, which I'll get to in just a minute. But I'm going to be back, so we're going to have weekly Burning Down the Far Hills rather than the every 2 to 3 weeks or so. So I'm back. I'm not going to say refreshed, but commissioner-wise, I kind of am. But I'm back, so I'm going to get into everything going into the 2014 season. First of all, I just need everyone, I'm going to start trying to lob some phone calls out over the next week, I'm going to say, but just to confirm that everybody is coming back, and if anybody isn't coming back, we got to get some spots filled, but I'll just kind of touch base with everybody. If you could, to expedite the process, if you're coming back, just let me know, or let me know if you're coming back, not coming back, who's in, who's not. I assume pretty much everybody's in. I've not gotten any, heard anything that anybody's going out. But just kind of let me know so I can start getting this thing set up. The first thing that I'm working on is I've heard the rumblings over the last couple of years that we're tired of the belt, so I'm going to be working on constructing a trophy suitable for us. Now, I've got an idea in my head. It's a pretty good one, and I'll go into a little bit of what I'm thinking. Is it's just basically for the topper, I'm going to recreate the Far Hill street sign, but with some additions with of course the syndicate emblem and things like that. We're going to put that on a nice little wooden base. I'm going to do some woodworking. I'm going to make this thing nice and pretty. It's not going to be a shot job. It's not going to be something I'm going to put together over a weekend. This is going to take me a while. So the probability of this being completed by the draft is not going to happen. So I'm planning on having it by the Super Bowl party. So when we have to award this year's champion, we will have a trophy rather than the belt. So no extra, anything from you guys. Just something I'm going to slowly be working on. And then we'll make it look very nice, very professional. It's going to have it where we can have all the past champions plaques on the trophy itself, and I will get all that set up. So as I start getting things put together for that, I will leak some photos and show you guys what it is, and we'll go from there. Nextly is the list of players that cannot be held this year. I don't care what team they're on, and I don't care who trades for what. Due to the new rule of 2013, players can't be held. So here's the list. We'll start with LaShawn McCoy, Ray Rice, Peyton Manning, Adrian Peterson, Drew Brees, Megatron, Marshawn Lynch, Andre 4000, Arian Foster, Matthew Stafford, who is that? Alfred Morris and Victor Cruz. There is the 12 names that cannot be held this year. I don't care who had them and who's trading for them. Those players cannot show up on my hold list once I collect them in August. So plan accordingly. There's some big names sitting there, so the first round should be loaded, really. So this is what everybody wanted. They want their chance to get big name people. So speaking of the draft, we have the draft order, and of course I'm not prepared. That's the one stupid thing I'm not prepared for. So draft order, I know for, okay, while I'm trying to find that, we'll just get back to that. So draft order, I'll get to that probably at the end here. So new features for this year. The first thing is we have that, since we're championship week is week 16. Week 17's kind of been just, everyone just kind of dies out, and it dies after week 17. Well, you had an idea, basically I heard of an idea that other, leagues have used in the past for a week 17 challenge. So basically this is going to be a free-for-all. All 12 teams are going up against all 12 teams. The team that scores the most, you'll submit a lineup like you do normally. So the team that submits the lineup with the best score of the week, we're going to throw them an extra $10. And then with that, so just to not have all these little games, I'm eliminating the fantasy pick'em portion of our pick'ems to accommodate this. So it's just something, get a little extra money, get a little, basically keep everybody around for one more week in the fantasy football season. So if you want to, so most people haven't been doing the pick'ems. I mean, there's usually about 5 people that do that. So this is another week, another option to get a little extra money right at the end there. So week 17, just the ground rules for that. Your transaction deadlines will remain there as you get eliminated from postseason. You will not be able to make transactions. So once there's no transactions opening back up prior to week 17 either. So your roster is going to be your roster as of the transaction deadline. So that'll be the roster you'll have to pick from for the week 17 challenge. So that is coming. Let's see. The only major rule change that I will have right now is that starting lineups will not carry over week to week. You are physically going to have to submit a lineup every week. Not that it happened in this year, but it's just been I've been seeing people who get disinterested. They just kind of fall by the wayside, and then it just keeps going. I want full participation in my leagues. So I want you to stay in contact with the league. I just don't want you to disappear and then you got people winning games because the people are not caring because they lost 5 in a row. Have to submit a lineup every single week. So no lineup carryovers. So I'm telling you now that's happening. So that's the only really major rule change. If you guys got any other ideas for rules changes, let me know. Website changes, pretty much the thing it's the exact same thing. I've just added some features that have been added for my fantasy league. The first one, most important one, and the most fun one that I would like everybody to participate in is the trash talk videos. There is a a window on the league up at the top of the page now that you can submit your trash talk videos. I want to see this. I want you guys involved. I want laughing. I don't want people taking things personally that we're jawing at each other. I want jawing. I'm coming at it, so that's there. So it'll be right at the top of the page. I was thinking about maybe doing something for the best video. We got a comedian in the league, so these should be good. I've also added the records, a couple records things. So the most total or most weekly points and the most weekly points for player and weekly points for team, just to see where those numbers are over the years. So that goes all the way back to what, 99, 98. So that's just something there just to see it. Also added a My Scratch Pad little spot on the website or homepage. That's just something that you can jot down your own little notes and you can have it right there on the website. So rather than have like sticky notes all over the place. My watch list is basically if you've got some players that you are thinking about picking up, you can add them to your watch list and have it, so you can see those players and be able to click on the link and see what's going on with those players, their stats, etc. We also have added a My Pending Waivers request to the home page. So you'll be able to see when you make your pending waiver request before the transaction things go through on, Wednesday morning? Wednesday morning. So you'll be able to see what you have already submitted for. Not everybody else's, what you have already submitted, so you can confirm what is out there that you were trying to pick up. So that's just things added to the website. Other than that, the website looks basically the same thing. Some stuff might have been switched around just for me. I've added some more columns and whatnot. Next up, the draw for divisions. Me personally, I like to have things done by the time the draft comes around. This drawing for divisions, when we do it at the draft, is just one more thing I've got to do post-draft when I got to do everything. I'm tired of doing that. I just want to get it done at least right before, a couple days before the draft. So what we're going to do is probably try and get as many of us just randomly together videotape the proceedings, and we will draw for the divisions. So it's all authentic. It got multiple league owners in, for the draw. This is something that's going to happen a week to 2 weeks before the actual draft. But even if it's just me and one other owner, it'll be videotaped. It'll be part of the final burning down the far hill before the draft. So I'm going to do that. Of course, the 3 division winners from last year do not partake in this process. They stay in the same divisions that they were in last year. Recapping those 3 people: JJ from the Homeboys, myself from the Away Boys, and Jim from the Outlanders. So that'll have that. Speaking of draft date and location, I'm tentatively putting that thing either the Saturday or Sunday of August 23 or 24. That's where I would like to have it. I know the week before is a little trip from everybody, so we'll be out of town there. So I know that weekend's definitely out. If we want to do it down there, So that's the tentative weekend. The location, right now, I'm attempting to move my house. So if I get a new house before that point in time, I'm probably going to have it there. If that does not happen, I'm looking for a spot to hold it. Only real two stipulations for that. Wherever it is, it's got to have Wi-Fi so everybody can log into the website, and it cannot be at a location that we have already been at. It's just the 2 stipulations for hosting. I'm open to any ideas. Really open to any ideas. So anybody that wants to open up their home that has not already held the draft there, let me know. What else we got here? Trading, the deadlines for this summer here. Basically, the 2 of them is the deadline for trading of players, which is almost useless at this point, but it's there. That one will be Friday, July 5th at 8 p.m. The deadline for swapping picks. Obviously, you cannot trade picks in rounds 1 through 4, but that deadline is Friday, August 2nd at 8 p.m. as well. So there's those 2 things. Holds. Until we get the official draft date in ink, the holds deadline will be the Wednesday before the draft. So if the draft is that weekend that I mentioned, I believe that Wednesday is, let's see, 23, 22, 21, 20. That'd be August 20 right there to have the hold put in. You can let me know your hold at any point in time between now and that point in time. So if you know who your hold is, but most people usually don't even get back to me until July. So, yep, so there's that. And let's see, just the last thing is carryover balances. There's only 3 people that, there's 5 total, but 2 people owe money, and they all know who they are. But carryover balances, Josh is got $13 coming back, Chris $2, and Roger $1. It's something they didn't want me to send him $1. So whatever, but you guys got a little extra money there to go with. So there's all that. Working on that draft order. Do I have it? Do I want it? Does it want to give it to me? Alright, so draft order. Here's how it stands. We will go Jer number 1, John Hauser number 2, Larry number 3, Roger number 4, Josh Hansen 5, John Hansen 6, Chris 7, Nate Bass 8, what do we got? Thomas at 9, Jim at 10, myself at 11, and JJ, defending champion, 12. So there is your draft order. Please, once we get this draft date, I need to hear from everybody on this draft date, because I would like 100%, attendance. I know Thomas is in Florida, so I'm not going to get 100%, but he's been faithfully online, so that's perfect. But I would like 100% people there. I don't like messing with, pre-draft picks and all that crap. So I'd like to have at least 11 people sitting in one room, and we have one person online. That's ideal, what I would love to have. So please let me know so we can make this work, so I can have 11 people there plus Thomas online. Other than that, Let's see, team schedule and rosters at the bottom of the homepage. Everything, contrast, location. I think I've got everything. So that'll do it for me for now. I'll probably come back to you in July just to recap some things. If anybody drops out, I'll let you know anything. And as the website starts getting picked up and new things, I'll let you know. I will also be sending the link to the website so you guys can jump on and make sure everything is kosher with passwords and whatnot. Other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Today also is the day that we'll see if the Syndicate curse continues or ends. So, for those that know me, you know what the Syndicate curse is. So, we'll see with that today. So look for that. Other than that, I'm out. Bye, y'all.